Welcome to our deep dive into the heated debate. Is electric really greener? The ultimate showdown between EVs and diesel. In this video, we'll break down the intricate world of electric vehicles and diesel cars, exploring everything from their production processes and carbon emissions to recycling practices and government influences. Join us as we assess the environmental impact of each option, weigh the pros and cons, and consider the future of transportation. Buckle up for an informative ride that might just change the way you view your next vehicle choice. 1. Understanding the basics. What are EVs and diesel cars? Electric vehicles, or EVs, run on electricity stored in batteries, while diesel cars use diesel fuel to power an internal combustion engine. EVs are often praised for their zero emissions, while diesel cars are known for their fuel efficiency and power. Understanding these basic differences is essential before we delve into the environmental aspects. EVs are akin to smartphones. They need charging and are silent when in operation. Diesel cars, on the other hand, are like traditional watches, reliable and time-tested but not without their downsides. Each has its unique features, but the question remains: which is greener? 2. Production process. The hidden environmental cost. The production of EVs involves mining for rare earth metals like lithium and cobalt, which are crucial for battery manufacturing. This mining process can be harmful to the environment, leading to habitat destruction and water pollution. Diesel cars, though, require drilling for oil, which also has its environmental drawbacks. Think of it like baking a cake. You need specific ingredients for each type, and sourcing these ingredients can have varying impacts on the environment. Whether it's the mining for EVs or drilling for diesel, both come with environmental costs that are often overlooked. 3. Carbon footprint. Emissions during operation. One of the main selling points of EVs is their lack of tailpipe emissions. However, the electricity used to charge EVs often comes from fossil fuels, which can offset some of the environmental benefits. Diesel cars, while more efficient than gasoline vehicles, still emit nitrogen oxides and particulates, contributing to air pollution. Imagine a race between a tortoise and a hare. In this case, the tortoise, EVs, may seem sluggish with its indirect emissions, while the hare, diesel, races ahead with direct emissions. Yet, the tortoise's route may be greener overall, depending on the energy source used for charging. 4. Life cycle assessment. A comprehensive look at a vehicle's environmental impact should be measured throughout its entire life cycle, from production to disposal. Studies suggest that while EVs have higher emissions during production, they tend to break even with diesel cars after a certain number of miles driven, thanks to their cleaner operation. Picture a marathon runner and a sprinter. The marathon runner, EVs, may start slow, but over the long haul, the benefits accumulate, surpassing the initial disadvantages. This long-term view is vital when considering which option is greener. 5. Recycling and disposal. End-of-life considerations. Disposing of EV batteries poses significant environmental challenges, as they contain toxic materials that can leach into the soil and water if not properly managed. Diesel cars, on the other hand, are easier to recycle, but their components can still be harmful if not disposed of correctly. Think of it as cleaning up after a party. EVs require careful sorting and disposal of their battery leftovers, while diesel cars are more like the easy-to-recycle cans and bottles. Both need responsible handling to minimize environmental harm. 6. Infrastructure and energy source. Charging versus fueling. The infrastructure for charging EVs is rapidly expanding, but it still lags behind the convenience of refueling at a diesel station. Additionally, the environmental impact of EVs heavily depends on the energy mix of electricity, whether it's from renewable or fossil fuel sources. Consider it as building a house. The foundation, infrastructure, for EVs is still under construction, while diesel cars have a well-established base. However, the greener the energy source, the more sustainable the house becomes. 7. Government policies and incentives. Driving change. Many governments worldwide are offering incentives for EV purchases, such as tax credits and rebates, to encourage a shift towards cleaner transportation. Diesel cars, in contrast, are facing stricter emissions regulations, pushing manufacturers to innovate or pivot. Imagine a game of chess. Governments are strategically moving pieces, policies, to promote EVs, while diesel cars are under increasing pressure. These moves can significantly influence consumer choices and the environmental landscape. 8. Public perception and market trends. The consumer's choice. Public perception plays a crucial role in the adoption of EVs and diesel cars. Many consumers view EVs as the future of transportation, driven by concerns over climate change and the desire for cleaner air. Diesel cars, though still popular, are often seen as a bridge technology. Think of it as choosing between a classic novel and a futuristic sci-fi book. The classic, diesel, has its charm, but the sci-fi, EVs, promises innovation and sustainability. Consumer preferences are evolving, shaping the market dynamics. 9. Technological advancements. Innovations on the horizon. Both EVs and diesel cars are benefiting from technological advancements. EVs are seeing improvements in battery technology, increasing their range and reducing costs. Diesel engines are also becoming cleaner and more efficient, with innovations like biodiesel and hybrid systems. Visualize it as a technological race. Each competitor, EVs and diesel, is striving to outpace the other with cutting-edge advancements. The outcome of this race will play a pivotal role in determining the greener option. 10. Conclusion. Weighing the pros and cons. Spearfish enjoys a unique position as a natural sanctuary against extreme weather. The surrounding hills provide protection from severe storms, while the city's mild climate attracts outdoor enthusiasts year-round. Spearfish's residents have a deep connection to the natural world, finding solace and strength in their surroundings. This close relationship with nature fosters a resilient community that thrives in harmony with the elements.